it down because they know as soon as they drop, it's gonna go nuts.
Yep. I mean, the shit's wild. This is wild. Oh wait, got this together.
Okay, now you do lecture.
7. I don't know if you're all set.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One thing about making overlays, man, that shit takes forever. Oof.
Right? Mic check. Sound test. Am I sounding clear? Hopefully I am. We back with another one, boys. What's going on, people? Shout out to the people in the chat popping in so far. Shout out to the people who already hit the like button. I really appreciate that, man. Let's try and get 100 likes before this episode is over, you know? Word around town, the podcast streets is missing me. That's what I heard, bro. Big Cloud, they saying the podcast streets is missing me a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hey, man,
Retromatic.
You took one of our favorite shows away. You know what I mean? I'm saying, like,
Retromatic 154. What's up? We got Killer Cam for sure in the chat. We got Stamps. We got Leaky. We got Cynthia Ando in the chat. What's up? Shout out to everyone popping in. We got a good show for you guys today, man. Good Gaming, episode 9. I'm working on putting Good Gaming on streaming platforms. It should be on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud by the end of the week. So, hey, man, if you enjoy listening to the podcast on the go, you know what I mean? You have your opportunities on those streaming platforms. So we expanding it a little bit more. So as you guys can see, I got my boy with me. I got Big Cloud. Say what up to the people, bro.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. Long overdue.
Long overdue, yeah. Finally, we get to sit down, talk about some games. And it's honestly, it's probably the best week for me to have you on to do this one-on-one because me and you have been on the same page when it comes to this for a really, really long time. But man didn't want to hear us. You know, yeah, whenever I just kind of gave up, like, looking for my credit. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to this. Because there was an era on Twitter where I used to go back and forth with a lot of people, like say 5-6 years back, about, you know, what I believe is gonna happen with the future of PlayStation and just my overall thought process of what's gonna be happening in the gaming industry. You know, I'm just a nobody, man. I'm just, you know, an armchair. I'm just a gamer guy. So of course you don't have to. You know, people don't have to take my shit so serious like that. It's understandable. But it seems like everything that I said back then really turned out to be true, which is crazy. But you know what I mean? Like all the debates that I have receipts for days. If I go on Twitter, I have receipts for days. If I'm just looking up for certain shit that I said and it low key came to pass. And we're gonna get into that. And you're one of those people too that, you know, we're on the wave early. I wasn't the only one. You're on the wave early, and we seen the writing on the wall for a really long time for a lot of this stuff. But you know, they didn't listen to us, bro.
Brad, like, you know, you would think after all the developers I interviewed from PlayStation, especially the one-on-one ones, you would think people would actually pay attention because I've been throwing snippets out for months of what's going to happen. Like, guys, don't be surprised when this game goes. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised if they consider putting Spider-Man on. I remember when I said Spider-Man might go to PC, dudes had heart attacks. Like, oh, I'm not describing. You're an Xbox elitist. I'm like,
You know what? I like how you brought that up, Big Cloud, because we gotta put an end to that right now, bro. We gotta put an end to this right now. If I like PlayStation games coming to PC, it doesn't make me a PlayStation hater. Like where does that come from? Where does that notion come from? That I hate PlayStation because I like their games coming to PC. Like, don't you know that like I be double dipping on these games? Like I literally buy them
Definitely do.
twice.
Yeah, you
Like
buy
all
pretty
them
much
games
everything.
that came out on PC, I already done beat on PlayStation. Most of them I had the platinum on them too. So we
Yep.
gotta stop this whole narrative that like yo, if you're somebody who enjoys PlayStation games coming to PC means you're like some PlayStation hater or I'm against the console. No, it's just that I like other options. Do I have a preferred place to play my games? Yes, it's PC, but I do love my PlayStation as well, and I will be buying the games there. As well as when it comes to PC, I'll be double dipping on the definitive version.
You
But
know what
I
it
don't
is,
see the
bro?
issue. I don't know why people feel like you're some sort of hater if you just like the games coming to PC. Like, what the hell? That's
The issue
weird.
is like, all right, so remember how dudes was trained and they believe like, okay, PlayStation had the definitive version of all these. Like, remember God of War? Like, hey, play the
Mm-hmm,
definitive version on PS4 or PS5, and
mm-hmm.
it's like it drops on PC. And not only did they add more features, you have something that's not available on PlayStation. That is 120 plus frames options. So you're not playing it at the best. You're playing it on the mid, if not low, on console versus PC.
Yeah, yeah.
So, that's what it is. Now, the thing about it too, and even when we were going far back, is when I was talking about PS5 breaking it down, I'm like, bro, we're at the start of this generation. We haven't fully tapped into these boxes yet. You know what I mean? Like, look at
Yeah,
Tekken
it's so
8.
early.
Like, yeah, like look at Tekken 8 compared to what we've been getting lately. That looks world beyond, you know what I'm saying, what we've been getting so far. And that's strictly next gen only. But that Herman Hulse joint, he talking about, yo, there might be some more cross gen. So I'm like,
Yeah, we're
hey,
gonna get to
listen,
that.
listen.
We're gonna get to that. So yo,
This-
shout out to everyone popping in. Shout out to everyone hitting the like button. Let's get 100 likes before the stream is over. I appreciate it. You know, your boy's coming in doing God's work. I hope y'all been enjoying the content. The quality stepped up with the videos. I got more videos coming actually. In the next couple of days, I'm probably about to drop another high quality joint. So make sure you guys check it out. Check out my Simpsons review too, man. Y'all say y'all want me to do a retro review, but not too much people pulled up. The people who pulled up enjoyed it because the view to like ratio is crazy. The likes on it is nuts. And I appreciate the people who watched it, but give it a chance, man. I'm trying to, give y'all some extra content that's just not bullshit, bro. Or, hey, man, I could start, getting into the fanboy bullshit if you guys want me to, man, because it seems like that's what's popular. But go out, check out my shit. Been dropping some good videos, so check them out. Big Cloud, what you
What's
been
up,
playing before we get started? What you been playing?
bro? I've been playing everything. I just been destroying my backlog. Bunch of indies, got through those. I was just playing Tekken 7 before I jumped in here.
Okay,
And
getting ready.
oh yeah, you already know. Preparing, getting ready for
Getting
that.
ready.
Platinum in games, the works. So I just been chilling, bro. Like while everybody's been plunging into chaos, I just been sitting there casually, just
Yeah,
well, this is a sight to behold, just enjoying my
yeah,
games, and
yeah.
that's really it, because that's all you can really do at this point. Because I find it pointless to even go on Twitter and even voice a concern to talk something, because good or bad, right? You always have those one or two, if not three comments
Yeah,
or
it is what
weird
it is.
takes. Like, oof.
When you have a certain amount of followers, it's expected. So when you do put your opinion out there, like it's expected to, not everyone's gonna agree with you. You're obviously gonna have the people that are gonna whether attack you for your opinion. And I think it comes with the territory. But for me,
Yeah.
I just learned how to like stop responding to those people, like
Oh
what
yeah.
I mean, like it's crazy, man. Like people want to have like a conversation or a debate with you, but they start off with like, you fucking idiot, you dumbass. I'm like, first of all, as soon as if you approach me like that on Twitter, I'm not
Bro,
even
I'm
responding.
blocking.
I don't block,
I
but I won't even
blocked.
respond, bro. Like, talk to yourself, talk to the wall, bro. Like if you try to get into a debate or have a gaming conversation with me, don't start off with no
Uh-huh.
disrespect off the rip. You know what I mean? Or I won't even take you serious. That's how I personally feel. So ever since I don't really be jumping. I stopped out actually a long time ago. So Twitter has been cool for me, man. I be chilling.
I
As for
mean,
me, oh, go ahead.
oof.
Go ahead.
Oh no, no. I don't even know how you want to start the show, because the insults have come back to hurt them. Remember how they said dudes got to get into a new tax bracket to afford gaming, because gaming is expensive. PlayStation, and we
That's
pay
what they
for
be saying
quality.
now.
Oh, dude, it's
That's
gonna be
what they
some
be
fun.
saying
It's gonna
now.
be some funny takes,
But
man.
Your boy has been playing a little game called Grounded. Yes, 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 yes. I know some people are
Okay.
gonna be like, "What the hell's wrong with you, Kofi?" Just by the looks of the game. A lot of people made fun of this game because it looked like a child's game, and the graphics are not Horizon Zero Dawn or anything like that. But I must say, I have extremely positive things to say about Grounded, man. The game is actually really freaking good, people. I'm sorry to tell you that. The game is actually really good, man. I gotta call a spade a spade. Me, Tony, Strat, even Death Singer a little bit have been playing it, and we've been literally hooked on the game. We've put like over 20 hours easily, 25 hours easily into Grounded. We've been playing it co-op, and it's actually a fun little game, bro. You know what I mean? It's extremely creative, and I'm somebody who typically doesn't play survival horror games like No Man's Sky, Rust. They're not really my cup of tea. But something about like Grounded was like maybe because it's just aesthetically it's so inviting. It's a little Honey I Shrunk the Kid's nature. It's kind of like it's not intimidating, and when it drops you in the game, it's like I guess it's like baby. I wouldn't even call it baby's first survival game because it is pretty deep in terms of mechanics, but it's very approachable for somebody who like me who doesn't really play survival games like that. And I must say the game's extremely addicting. Check it out. Honestly, it gets my stamp of approval. Y'all should check it out. I might even drop a little video about it. Survival. Did I say survival horror? A survival game or whatever. It's not
Survival.
really horror,
Yeah.
even though it's scary as shit. Even though low key the game be scary as shit. Them spiders, bro, got me. Yo, bro. I got some funny ass clips, yo. But that Grounded is good, man. That Grounded is good. Trust me on it. Take my word for it. Give it a chance and come back to me. But I've been playing that. I finished up getting the platinum in The Last of Us Part 1, which so much easier than the remaster on PS4. Like when I tell you, like it's so much easier. You don't have to do
It's
no
like all the
online shit.
difficulty.
All the
Yeah.
difficult, knowing the survival trophies are in there. Like it was much
Hmm.
easier. Yo, we got a new channel member. I appreciate it, Weeb. Respect, thank you. I appreciate the support. But yeah, I went and got the platinum in that, and I wrapped up that game, uninstalled it off my PlayStation. Shout out to PlayStation for sending me the game, by the way. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Um, what's it called? I'm currently revisiting Ghosts of Tsushima on PS5. I don't know why. I just
You
felt
didn't
like
beat it?
playing it. I already beat it. I already got the
Oh,
platinum.
I must say.
But I'm
Yeah.
revisiting it on my Jack Move account, my straight platinum account. So I'm
Okay.
revisiting that game again. And I must say that game is fire, man. I don't know why I'm doing it because the game is gonna drop on PC eventually. We all know it's coming. And I
It's a
guess I
good
just
game.
gotta play another time. But I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima and Grounded. That's all I've been on lately, and those games are pretty good.
I
Um,
see. I see. Okay.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get into game talk, I want to have a little movie talk real quick. You into the
Nah.
MCU? Into the
Yes,
MCU?
sir. All
Okay.
in.
You seen
You
that Black
already know.
Panther trailer?
Bruh. All right. So I don't know, like, okay, the first one got me kind of emotional. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
how they did it, right? And
Yeah.
then this one they did was just like I got hype. I was like, yo, that's fire. Even the final shot where we saw, I guess, Shuri in
Yeah.
the
I'm
suit that
pretty
looked
sure.
like
I'm pretty
Shuri.
sure it's her.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's
So
her.
it looked good. It looks good. They just nailed everything about it. Like out of all the stuff that's come out of the MCU, like She-Hulk and everything, this is that one gem that you just look at. You're like,
This
yo,
might be, yeah, bro.
they didn't mess this up. Yeah,
This might have been the movie that we were waiting for because I don't know how y'all feel about the MCU lately, but ever since Endgame like wrapped up, I felt
yeah.
like it just
It's been
the
rough.
magic kind of left. The magic
Yeah.
just kind of left. We had the sick climax over 20 films just to get to that one point. It was
Hmm.
lit, right? But it seems like the MCU's just been all over the place. It seems like they've been focusing on quantity over quality. I'm
Yep,
not a fan of She-Hulk. I tried to watch a couple episodes. It didn't grab me. I tried
bro.
watching Moon Knight.
Oof.
It couldn't. It didn't do anything for me. I'm being quite
I give
honest.
Moon Knight a pass because at least the
Hmm.
quality's there. You know what I mean for Moon Knight. But
Yeah,
She-Hulk,
I'm.
I don't see quality in She-Hulk.
Yeah,
I don't like what
yeah.
I'm
Even the
seeing.
CGI is looking crazy.
Yeah,
What's it called? What else? The Doctor Strange movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good either. It was just like whatever. Thor
yeah.
Ragnarok was just like where's the urgency?
Comedy.
Like where's the? It's like a comedy, bro. Like where's the
Yeah.
seriousness in the
Oh, you mean Love and
films?
Thunder? It's Love and
Love and
Thunder. That's
Thunder.
it. Yeah,
Love and
Love and
Thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah, Thor.
Yeah,
I really did enjoy Spider-Man. That was probably the last one I enjoyed. And let's be honest, it's because of the cameos. You
Dude,
know what I mean?
that was the
It's because of the
Spider-Man film
cameos.
that we all wanted. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
got
exactly.
everybody, and they fixed and righted all the wrongs and basically restarted all, their films, which is great. I love how they
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that.
See, yeah.
So
So I did
that's a
enjoy
gem.
that. Seeing
Yeah.
Toby, seeing Andrew and Tom all together, I thought that was fire. So we're giving that
Yeah.
movie a pass. But I've been feeling like the MCU has just been lacking lately. I have no real hype for the movies, but
Yeah.
Black Panther, man, I was iffy about this. We've been hearing so much issues when it comes to production. How about she don't want to get the jab, this and that. You know what I mean? We've just been hearing so much issues. So I thought, like, yo, what's going on, bro? Some of the actors that we love, the guy from Get Out's not gonna be in the film. So I'm thinking this shit's about to be a mess. Right?
Yep.
Then we seen the first trailer. Then I'm like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. You're all pulling on my heartstrings with this one. And it looked
Yep.
good, right? It looked
They're
really
like
good. So I'm like,
yeah.
maybe they're taking us somewhere. They're not recasting them. All right. I was down for the T'Challa recast, but they're not. But okay, I like where y'all taking me with this little thing. You know what I mean? And this second
Yeah.
trailer that we just got the other day, bro, solidified that I had to pre-order this day one. I'm watching this. I
Dude.
can't wait to watch this shit.
They
I think it's
answering
gonna be
all
good,
the
man.
questions. Yeah, they're answering all the questions, and they're giving us like a Paul Walker-esque tribute to Chadwick. This is
Yeah,
gonna be fire.
they better show
Can't
him a
wait.
lot of respect, bro, enjoying
Yeah,
this film, man. Like that shit hurt. That shit hurts to this day, man. I
bro.
always respected how he moved too, bro. Because this guy
Yep,
was fighting the terminal illness, never told nobody, never made nothing. He was just working, bro.
yep.
You know what I mean? It was
Then you look
unfortunate.
back
That
at
shit
his
hit me
old
hard, bro.
yeah, you ever go back to his old interviews and start noticing like subtle things, like he had like the
Yeah,
tape on his hand where like an IV would go and stuff like that. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
I
the
didn't
whole
catch
time.
that the first time. Yeah, I didn't catch that. It's like, damn, but this dude legit was fighting cancer while still just bringing
Nah, that's a G,
prestige.
man. I have a,
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like Chadwick Boseman is a G, class act, RIP.
yep,
You know what I mean? And I hope they do him justice in this film, and I think they will. I think they
yeah,
will do him justice. The movie looks great. As for Siri being the new Black Panther, I know it's been a very controversial topic because just people don't like the actor in general, just because of, like I said, the whole
yeah,
vaccine talk and stuff like that. But I'm indifferent about her. I'm down to give her a chance. I'm down to give
yeah,
her a chance. I want to wait and watch a movie. Then after that, if slander is warranted, then we'll slander. If not, I feel like we should just reserve our opinions and wait to see if the movie turns out good or not. But Black Panther, I'm in there, bro. I already got my
yeah.
tickets, yo. I'm in
I
there,
mean,
bro.
she's a better actress than the chick from Captain Marvel. Remember her? Like Captain
Oh,
Marvel was terrible.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like I know
What's her
she's
name?
gonna
Bria
deliver.
Larson or something? I don't
Yeah,
even know her. Something like
yeah.
that. Something like that.
She gonna bring the heat with this role. And Baku's in here, so they're talking about M'Baku possibly being Black Panther later
But
on.
it looked like a woman's body, but I also heard rumors saying that it could be multiple Black Panthers in the film. So who knows, yo?
Hey,
Who knows?
I'm with
Who
it. I'm
knows?
with it. You know what I mean? I'm with it. They said Wakanda forever. So hey,
Yeah, we
let's
in there. We in there.
expand it.
All right, we got a super chat donation from Ruffle Mutt. He says, "Hot take: I'm getting sick of the focus of graphics. Aside from the lack of 60 frames per second, maybe this is why I still game on my Switch. Still love my PlayStation 5." I see what you're saying. We're gonna get into something like that later on in the show. But I appreciate the super chat donation. He also sends another super chat for $2. Ruffle Mutt says, "Speaking of the movie, thoughts on the Mario movie?" I have no opinions. I'm
Yeah.
not anticipating the a movie, nor I'm not excited, or I feel I'm indifferent. I feel like I gotta see its trailer first before I can form any sort of opinion. It's cool that a Mario film is happening, but like as of right now, I have no opinion on it. I believe Nintendo did announce a direct
Yeah.
highlight in the film, so I'm gonna be paying attention to that as well to see if it's any gonna be any good. I think it has a chance to be good. Nintendo ain't gonna play around with its IP, so I
Yeah.
think Mario's gonna be good.
I'm approaching the same way I did the first Sonic movie. Remember how like we heard Jim Carrey was gonna play Dr. Eggman
Mhm.
and all that, and I was like, okay, that's a weird choice. I thought they were gonna get somebody, fat and whatnot to play the character, but no, like
Yeah,
end up working because he's just hilarious. Jim Carrey is perfect. So
yeah,
we'll see, but
yeah.
I'm not
All
putting no
right,
stock in it.
yeah. All right, so let's get into some gaming topics, man. Let's cut to the chase, man. Let's talk about Dead Space real quick. You seen the
Yep.
trailer?
Yes, sir. Day one.
What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts, Big Cloud?
So wow, it looks fantastic. The way the armor looks, the lighting, dismemberment, everything. Even from the demo we first saw, where they were showing off the new dismemberment candy. You know, you shoot off limbs, you can see tendons and stuff like that. It looks really, really good. Love how they reshot like some of the classic parts of the map, like you know when you fight that tentacle boss and like the
Yeah.
reactor. I like how they did that with the lighting, the part wall, the like it looks like fungus, but it's basically where like you know I'm talking about the little dudes that like infect the air. I forgot what they're
Mhm.
called, but it showed like that area. It showed the leapers. Like everything looks good. I'm excited for it. You know, it sucks that it's coming out next year, but that's what we have Callisto Protocol for. A Callisto Protocol.
No, it's
Uh,
really not that far away, Big Cloud, if you
yeah,
really take it in, right? It's January is not that far away. It's only a couple months, right? We're about to get
yeah,
into the new year, which is crazy. This year just flew by. So we're already in
yep,
October, November, December, January, right? January, I believe 23rd.
yep.
I believe that's the release date. And like you said, man, the game looks absolutely amazing. This is a remake that, you know,
We've
people are not
asked
going to
for
get mad about, right? And we've asked for something like this. We want
it. Yeah.
even another Dead Space. So the thing is, this game originally released in 2008, I believe. So way over 10 years.
Yep.
It was due for a remake. It is a true classic, by the way. This game is a true classic. I love the very first Dead Space, and I'm definitely gonna be in there day one, just like you, bro. I'm right in there. But I wanna talk about people making the comparison to The Last of Us Part One, saying there's no backlash with Dead Space.
Oh God.
There's backlash with The Last of Us. It's a remake. They're both $70. Why is there backlash for The Last of Us? Why is there no backlash for for Dead Space? Do these people have a great argument with this narrative?
No, first of all, how many re-releases of Last of Us have we had so far?
This will be the third. This will be the
How many
third, right?
re-releases of Dead Space have we had?
Okay, there we go. There's one.
Right there. Also, we're talking about remakes and remasters here, right? The game was remastered once. Then I guess you might I guess you can say remake, right? Because just the way they
Yeah,
did the
yeah. They
textures and the
remake. They
building.
remade. They
So yeah,
remade the. Yep.
so it was remaked and whatnot. Okay, cool. But also content was cut.
Yeah, they cut content on
Significant
top of that.
content.
That's why people are complaining about the price. They
Yeah,
cut the multiplayer. Let's not forget
yeah.
that.
This is a full-blown remake with Dead Space. You're getting everything that you already got in the previous, but built upon, and it looks next gen. You know what I mean? They're pushing everything. They even redid the voice lines from what I saw. They added more to it. They reshot certain scenes. This is what I call a remake. Last of Us Part One was a remake for what they redid and whatnot, the original assets, whatnot. But again, there's also a step back because content was cut. Plus, they wanted $70 for this, where you can get everything that
Yeah.
they promised in here, including the performance mode and all that stuff, for free if you're a PlayStation Plus member and you have a PS5, because you get that in the free catalog of games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no comparison. Dude's just pathetic. That's the best way to put it. It's pathetic.
Yeah, I really didn't see the comparison, but I think some people are making, I guess some people are making the argument if it has to do with its price, $70 for remakes in general. Do you agree with full price? Look, let's not get hooked on the whole $70. We're talking about full price games, right? How do you feel
Yeah.
about full price game or full price the remakes? Do you think that's an issue? I personally don't think that's an
Yeah.
issue.
No. If especially if it's a game like Dead Space, like how old is Dead Space? Like
That's what I'm saying. I feel
2008?
like that's a factor too. Like, yes,
Yeah,
2008 when the original Dead Space came out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna
yeah.
talk about a game that's rumored to be getting a remake or a remaster that's literally only like 5 years old.
5
Like,
years.
you know what I mean? So we're gonna be talking about that a little bit later. But you know what I mean? I feel like context is key here.
Yep.
That's why there's no outrage for Dead Space. It's a game that people haven't literally got the opportunity to play near. So if it being remade, nobody's gonna complain about this, bro. Nobody's gonna complain about it being full price either, because it's
Yep.
fucking a game that released in 2008. People, I don't think that's fair to compare to a game that was released in 2013, then released in 2014, now being released in 2020 with less stuff, prettier for
Yeah.
sure, but with less
Yeah.
stuff.
Like they added on to what we've seen from the combat, new animation and whatnot for Dead Space, right? The remake, that's where everything looked. But when you compare that to Last of Us doesn't even offer the dodge or pro mechanics. So what is so different in this remake? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just
I don't like the
the same
comparison,
thing.
people. I personally don't
Yeah,
like it, but if
it's
you guys
terrible.
feel like but I don't like the comparison.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But yeah, Dead Space, I need that, and I'm definitely gonna be picking up that day one.
I already bought
Also,
it.
they already bought it. Quick news, quick news. The Steam Deck has sold over has shipped over 1 million units. I think that's the new report. It's shipped over 1 million units, which I think is pretty good for what it is,
Very
right? It's
expensive.
something
Yeah.
that's not available on store shelves. We gotta keep that in mind. You can't just go out to the store and pick up a Steam Deck. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
can't go to eBay. You can't go to Best Buy. You literally have to buy it from Valve, and they have to ship it from you. So it's shipping over 1 million units. I think that's pretty impressive for what it is, and I think it will continue to be successful. I think so. So I just wanted to
Not
throw that
now
out there.
question. Imagine if Nintendo did this with the console, like if this was the Switch. How
Mm.
successful do you think this would have been if this was Nintendo's backing was behind this?
Oh, it would have went crazy then.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It would
dude,
have went
like
crazy.
I would have lost my shit. I would have bought this immediately, like for just Nintendo's backing alone, because Bayonetta 3, all that stuff looked fantastic on this. But we don't have
Hopefully
that
we do get
option.
that Switch Pro. You know, I'm about to make $100 off Jack Move in 4 days, so I'm happy as shit, bro.
Oh,
I'm about
wow, no, it's you bet them.
our bet. It was a long time PSP bet. I don't know if anybody remembers who's watching who used to watch PSP. It's what's it called? Pretty much the bet was that I wouldn't. He bet that I would buy a Nintendo Switch OLED after I swore on my life I ain't buying a Nintendo Switch OLED. And he says in a year's time I would buy a Switch OLED, and I still haven't. On God, bro, on everything I love, I've never purchased a Nintendo Switch OLED, and I will not. So the Nintendo Switch OLED's anniversary is coming in 4 days since it released, and Jack owes me $100 yo, when it dropped. I'm coming for my money right away. I waited a year for this bet. I can't wait. I need that. I need that. So I'm definitely gonna be getting my money off Jack. You know what I mean? Shout out to
Okay,
Jack Move, bro. Shout out to Jack Move. Ruffle
definitely.
Mutt with another super chat donation. I appreciate it. You out here showing support. He says Nintendo Pictures being a thing now. What Nintendo IP would you like to see get a movie or series? Me, I would love a Star Fox and Kid
Mm.
Icarus anime. I would love to see a like a Pixar style Star Fox 2, bro. I think that would actually like be super dope.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be super dope. Yo, Star Fox is a good IP to get a movie.
Trust doesn't get the love that it needs, like afterwards. It's just been forgotten. You know what I mean? It's thrown in the chest. Kid Icarus, especially. You don't see these
mhm,
IPs ever again.
mhm.
You do see Kirby, but it's like bits and pieces of
I
Kirby.
think
You know what I mean? Like
I think
it's
I
not the
think
same.
I think Zelda is an obvious choice too. I think Kid Icarus, like, it sounds cool in the anime, but I think we're being 100% like honest. Kid Icarus is probably not even a big enough name
Yeah.
to draw in the viewers that Nintendo probably wants. You're gonna need a
About
bigger name than Kid Icarus.
Metroid.
Star Fox, Metroid. I think if it's done as an anime, it
Yeah.
could go off. I think that could go off a little bit as a Netflix anime. I could see that. I think Zelda and Mario and obviously games like Star Fox are the obvious choices. Pokemon, obvious choices. You know, those games are extremely well. Star Fox, not so much, but
Yeah.
Pokemon, Mario, Link, extremely popular games. So, but I would love to see a Star Fox movie though. That'd be cool. That'd be cool
Oh
as
yeah.
hell. All right, so let's get into the shit, Big Cloud, bro. Let's get into the shit, man. Herman
Ooh.
Hulst dropped a whole lot of news today, man. You know what I mean? He's been doing his rounds, he's been doing his interviews, and he dropped a whole lot of gems on these spots, and I want to go over some of them. So pretty much, he went on an interview, and he went on to say that PlayStation will be dropping their games day and date, their live service games day and date on PC and PlayStation 5. And this we pretty much assumed this would be the
Yeah.
case because with multiplayer games they need a huge community to have a decent longevity. You know what I mean? Like you need
Yep.
you need a massive pool of players for them to stagger multiplayer live service games doesn't really make too much sense because you're just splitting up your possible player pool. One, you could just drop it all at the same time, have cross play, and have a huge player pool, because those games are going to obviously strive off microtransactions and such nature, right? So
Mhm.
I think most of us pretty much assume that. But here's a kicker. He also said that when it comes to their other games, right? When it comes to the other games, they plan to release them at least a year after the console release. Release them on PC a year after the console release.
So I thought it was 5 years,
I
people.
thought it was 5. I thought it
I
was
thought it was
4.
10 or
I thought it was 3.
6 years.
I thought after like the sales shriveled up to nothing on consoles, that's the only time. That's what I was told. That's what I was
Bruh,
told.
it's wild. Dude still argued that Horizon Forbidden West didn't get taken out by Elden Ring. Now look at the list of this. The damn game's about to get a resurgence of popularity when it drops next year on PC.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, if you've been following me, you're following Press Our Podcast, and for a while, like we've been telling you the writing was on the wall for a really long time. The writing was on the wall for a really long time. I think this whole PC initiative, if you think they're gonna slow down, no, I think they're actually gonna ramp up. This year alone, they're dropping like 5 PCE ports this year alone, between Spider-Man Remastered, Miles Morales, Uncharted PC, Sackboy, and I feel like I'm missing something else. But I feel like
You got Returnal that's reportedly coming.
we got Returnal that is coming out soon, which we're gonna
Spider-Man
talk
2
about
at
that.
this point.
All them games are dropping, bro.
Yeah,
Let's just
they're
keep it
dropping.
big. All them games are games. So at this point, all them PlayStation exclusives are just timed exclusive. We just keeping a buck, bro. They're just certified timed exclusive, bro. And
Boy, dude, I never thought I'd
Go
see
ahead.
so many mental gymnastics over this, because you gotta do is legit cheering like, see, we got value. I'm like, if you paid attention, people got no problem waiting a year to play a game. They got no problem.
Yeah.
They,
And I think it's good, man. This is a good look for PlayStation, to be honest, because this only brings them a lot more, extra coins to develop
yeah,
bigger and better games. So I don't know why they don't see it like that. But we already know how this console war shit goes. People feel like
dude,
they're losing their
people,
ammunition instead of worrying about just great, amazing games. Like, who cares, bro? You
yeah,
know what I mean?
people have been asking for Jim Ryan to be removed. I'm sitting there going, bro, Jim Ryan is like GOAT right now. This dude has bought how many studios at the beginning of this generation alone?
If I,
Insomniac's purchase. You got
Mhm.
Deviation Games, Haven Studios, that new mobile studio, right? You got Deviation Games, if I remember correctly, that as well. You have, who else is happening? More likely Square Enix is going to join the group. Capcom is
Ooh, that's a tough
possibly.
one. I don't even think
Yeah.
that might happen, because
They so?
Square.
Because
I
Cap.
don't think so. You know why? I don't think the Square Enix thing is gonna happen. Like, even though it's a possibility, but I feel like they have too much ties to Nintendo too, bro. I don't see it. I feel like they got ties to Nintendo as
I'm pretty
well.
sure they'll play ball with Nintendo.
You know what I
Sony.
mean? Like, if you
Yeah.
really take it in, Square Enix releases a lot of games on fucking Nintendo. Like,
Yeah.
so I'll be surprised if Sony like secures them up, and they don't release games on Nintendo platforms no more. Because I'll actually be shocked about that, because they got big ties with Nintendo. It seems like so.
What about
That'll be
Capcom?
interesting. I think that's
I
a
see
I think
Capcom.
that's more
Yeah.
likely. I even think that's
Yeah.
more likely. Personally, I think that's more likely.
Yeah,
Um,
because after this Activision joint, I see Microsoft going towards Sega and getting Sega at this point and fixing their
I don't
problem.
think that's gonna happen. I
You
personally
don't
don't think
think
that's
so?
gonna happen. I don't
You
think
don't
that's gonna
think
happen either, Big
Sega?
Clever. I don't think
You
that's
don't
gonna
think, you
happen.
don't think
I don't
Sega
see
with the
that. I don't see
JRPGs?
that. I
I
don't
see
see
it.
that.
I can see
Sega's
it.
not
Don't make
selling
fun
it.
of it.
I
It's
don't.
their fault.
I don't see Sega selling to Microsoft, bro. Come on, bro. They'd rather go like someone else, like
Wait,
Nintendo.
wait.
I don't see that, bro. I don't see that either.
I mean, I'd rather Microsoft get him than Tencent, because Tencent, and that's the wild part. Tencent just got Sean Layton, who was against
Mm.
consolidation. Now he's on board talking to him about
You know what I mean? Because
consolidation.
he got the check, bro. He got the check, so he's nice.
It's like,
He's under the payroll now, bro.
it's like, I love Charlotte. I respect him, but damn, dude, what happened? I thought you was against it. Now you giving them strategies. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how Tencent plays game, because I'm telling you, they might be throwing money at they might throw money at Square long before Sony even tries to buy that, or Capcom, or Bandai Namco, or whatever. You're gonna see it for sure. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I don't see I personally don't see Sony taking Square Enix. Actually, me personally, I personally don't see Microsoft taking Sega as well, just because, like I said, I feel like at least with Square Enix, they got too much ties to Nintendo, bro. They released too much
Yeah,
Nintendo Switch games. I don't know how that's gonna work out if that was the case, So, but
yeah.
that would definitely
But
be interesting to see.
the end of an era, bro. The end of an era. I think dudes
Yeah,
just go
man.
ahead and pull one out. I mean, it's a wrap. We said it for the longest. You know, dudes like, oh well, I don't care. They're 5-year-old games. They don't want for it's 3-year-old games. Well, at least it's not day and date. Now that's literally the argument. Now. At least it's not day and date. It's like, bro,
But
y'all
some is day
sound
and date.
like
Not all of them is day and date.
yeah,
Some is day and date
it's
at
like
least, yo.
some day. It's like no, y'all sound like true simps. Like, oh, I'm gonna leave
They
and go
just
to
keep on moving the
PC.
goalposts. The goalposts been moving
Yeah,
for years now. The
it's
goalposts
a
been
wrap.
moving. But the funny thing is, the reality of the matter, how people are saying how they're gonna jump ship to this. PlayStation starts doing this, they're gonna quit gaming. Word to Jack movie. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
reality of the matter is, y'all really don't care that deeply, bro. You
yeah, I
know what I
don't.
mean? Y'all really do, cause y'all not going anywhere, bro. You know what I mean? Like y'all not going anywhere, bro. Y'all gonna be gaming
Uh,
on your PlayStation. Y'all gonna have an amazing time, bro. Let's just call it what it is. What it is. All that internet shit is just cap. You know what I mean?
and the
So I'm
way
just glad. I'm just glad
yeah,
that more people get to experience these games. I'm glad I could play these games in this fashion because I do love revisiting these games in ultra wide and all that good shit. I can't wait for Uncharted
bro.
to drop on
They
PC.
didn't
I'm
buy
looking forward to that.
Nixus. They didn't buy Nixus just to put them on a shelf.
All right,
Nixus is
they're gonna
about
be
to get in
pumping
that
out games, bro.
overtime. Exactly.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
Herman Hulst, the way he answered those questions, dog, the way shout out to Herman. He a better PR guy than Jim, but the way he handled those questions, he was like, bro, yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's gonna be because of this. You know what I mean? He was straightforward. He ain't throwing no like weird like decipher text at you. He's telling you flat out what's going to happen. So now that you got your confirmation that you're gonna get, that you do have your single player at least for a year. I mean, what else is there to really say at this point? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the whole bragging about, oh, we got this game for this year. Yeah, you got it for 1 year. Congratulations. Next year it's going to go right back to the pile. And guess what? You're not going to care about the game once it goes to PC or whatever. Dude saying they want this to be done, they don't care. They don't
yeah,
care.
yeah. All right, so let's talk about some more quotes that happened during this whole interview process. He stated that live service games um will come from the newly formed studios that they recently acquired, as well as some internal studios as well. So he confirmed that not all of them are going to be original IP. So that means IP that already exists, like Horizon. Who knows whether it's going to be SOCOM or who knows? But IPs that already exist are also going to be part of that. Not all the new live service games are going to be
Yeah.
original IPs, which is actually extremely smart, right? So, you
Yeah.
know, people have that familiarity with some of these characters, these IPs already. So it'll probably be better for sales, anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Horizon definitely falls in that mix
yeah,
with
we're gonna
this
talk about
new.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He also said more cross gen games are coming as well. He said more cross gen games are coming, and it's gonna
Go
be
figure.
by case basis. How you feel
Spider-Man
about
2.
that?
Spider-Man 2 pretty much confirmed cross-gen. I have a feeling in my
You think
soul they're
so?
gonna
You think
say
so?
it's cross-gen. The game's too big for them to have it strictly on just PS5 at this point. If he's saying like case by case basis, a game of that magnitude, they're gonna put on
Funny
both
thing is,
platforms.
funny thing is, I can see that too.
So
I can see that.
Wolverine,
I
Wolverine
can see
is
Spider Man being
definitely
cross gen.
Wolverine especially PS4 and PS5
Well,
cross-gen.
let's have a serious conversation though. But Big Cloud, really take this in. Out of
What's
all the
up?
games that are exclusively on next generation on PS5, like the Destruction All Stars, the Returnal, I'm trying to think of others, but those are the only ones that come to mind at the time. Do you
Uh-huh.
think those games are like impossible on the PS4 Pro and stuff like that? Do you think them games that we've played so far, have we played anything that doesn't seem like it's not capable of running on previous gen consoles from Demon Souls as well, Destruction All Stars, all those games I listed? You don't think those are possible? And for the people in the chat, I want y'all to answer this too. Have y'all played anything this generation so far that was exclusively next gen only? It was labeled next gen only that you know felt that like it couldn't run on old hardware though,
I
in
mean,
some
like
form or fashion.
the only big difference, and that's a good point, because the only big difference between a lot of these games, especially the cross-gen ones, it's the loading times.
That's what I'm saying. It's the loading
Yeah,
time.
it
That's what I'm saying. That's like
really is.
the only change.
Yeah, like because most of the stuff we're
And,
hyped
and the
for.
ability for 60 frames per second, let's give them that. Like
Yeah.
now we have more 60 frames per second options, of course. But if y'all play the game, that you see, we got Max in the chat. He said Ratchet and Clank. But Big Cloud, do you remember? Do you
Mm.
remember this story when when PlayStation opened up the ability to use different expandable SSDs, and people
Yep.
were testing out slower SSDs that are not even supposed to be really going in there, and people are running games
Mhm.
like fucking Ratchet and Clank on it. Do you remember this, or am I the
I
only one who
do.
remembers this? You remember
I
that?
do.
And
I do
people were like,
remember
"Yo,
this.
what the fuck?" And people are like,
Like
"What?"
I thought the SSD was the key, and so it's it's all fluff at this point until we get to the true next gen games. The problem is though, and especially with they're chasing the bag. They're not chasing just pushing strictly PS5. They want the bag because I it's crazy. A fighting game like Tekken 8 looks more next gen than anything we've gotten lately.
Yeah.
That's
You know
crazy.
what?
That's a fighter.
You know what? We might be just, I don't know. And I'm down to be proven wrong with, more releases as this gen continues, but maybe we're getting to the point where it's just diminishing returns. We're getting to the
Yep.
point of gaming, or at least right now in this era, is just diminishing returns in the sense that, yeah, you could polish up a game. It could, have higher resolution quality. It may be more things on the screen, but maybe we're getting to that point where that like it's just like the finer details are being, because if you really look at a game like Demon Souls, it looks incredible on PS5, but I'm
Oh,
pretty
bro, yeah.
sure if you put a little bit lower textures on that joint, that shit will run on the PlayStation 4 Pro, bro. I'm pretty sure, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
All the
So
particle effects turned off,
I'm
turn the
pretty sure if
textures
they
to low.
really wanted that game to be on PlayStation 4, it would be. So
Yep.
that's what I'm trying to say. We might be getting to a point where it's a little bit of diminishing returns, but I guess that we'll have to wait and see as this generation continues, and I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just, I don't see the push. They're
Yeah.
not trying.
All right. So, he also confirms that there's a few studios currently using the Decima engine right now. A few.
Mm,
So, and this coincides with the leaks that we're gonna talk about a little bit later. That it seems like a couple of games are under the PlayStation belt are gonna be using the Decima engine. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Besides, Kojima Productions with Death Stranding, it seems like there's some others that are using the Decima engine as well. And that's pretty much it for his comments for his interview. I think those are his main points, and this obviously
yeah.
stirred up a lot of conversations on the timeline.
Yep.
So I do want to get into some of the leaks though that been going around this past week. Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is apparently getting a remake, Big Cloud, bro. Or a remaster, a re-release with better lighting, animations, apparently facial animations and such nature. How do you feel about
Quality of
this?
life changes, something like that.
Yeah. How do you
Yeah.
feel about this?
Oh God, we just went through this with Last of Us. Now we're back and we're talking
I
about
think
a
this is
game.
even worse, to be
Uh,
honest. I think this one's
yeah,
worse. I don't
this is
think I don't
absolutely
even.
worse.
I think this is worse than The Last of Us, if it's
Because
true.
I mean, like many can argue that okay, Last of Us can get a little bit of a pass in terms of the remake side with visuals because it didn't really age super well, even with the remaster. Still a good game, right? But it doesn't look too well. So they did a good job with it. But Horizon is always used as like a sample or a staple for how well, you know what I mean, like an open world game can look. You know what I mean? People always said the game looks amazing, storytelling, everything that's there. So what's the point of remaking this game? Well, I tell you why they're gonna remake it. It's because of the fact that it sold well. That's really it. Dude's saying it's because of the TV show. Has nothing to do with the TV show. It's because they want to get as much out this game as possible. And the fact that this game is getting a remake, it doesn't sit well with me whatsoever because it's like, bro, there are tons of games that Sony has, especially from the PS4 gen, that need a remake and would benefit from. Where's Bloodborne? I would
That's the
have
main
taken
one, right?
Bloodborne. Yeah,
That's the
I would have
main one.
taken Bloodborne any day of the week. Because let's face it, are you really hyped to go back when you go back and stream it? Because we did this back and streamed this game. When you play that game at 30 FPS with that broken camera, Kofi, It
Mm-hmm.
messed up the experience. And it's a dope game. It always will be a dope game. But let's face it. It that camera, that frame rate, it needs to be fixed. Why don't we have a remake for this? Why is this game not given that proper jump? And now there's talks of Herman stated that they might expand and look to get a TV show made out of Bloodborne or something like that from Software. So maybe they're hinting that game is possibly on the plate going forward. But going back to this though, I'm like, who asked for this? Who cares for Horizon to get a remake?
Listen, for me, I think when it comes to this particular situation with Horizon Zero Dawn, I think execution of this release is going to be critical, whether this game gets a lot of backlash or a little backlash, right? Because if they come out and be like, all right, yo, here's Horizon, but we up the character models, better facial animations, right? And we're reselling the game for $70 full price, right? I think obviously that's not going to be received too well because Horizon Zero Dawn literally came out 5 years ago. You guys are looking at footage right now of Horizon Zero Dawn on PS4 Pro right now. It still looks good. It doesn't look bad. It still looks pretty fucking good, right? So I think, the graphics difference is like, is it going to be really that necessary? Even if you guys bump it to Forbidden West, is it really that necessary? So I think they'll get backlash for this. But a right way to do something like this is that, okay, if you own the game, maybe we give you like a little upgrade fee. Like if there's like a little upgrade free, or if this is some sort of
Like
$10,
$20,
something like that.
then
And
okay.
if you're buying it brand new, and if it's something like $30, maybe I'll be like, all right, yo, for a physical version, like $30. So maybe I can be like, all right, yo, this is not that outrageous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's just how they handle this remake is gonna be really telling. You know what I mean? Like once again,
Yep.
I'm not saying that Horizon Zero Dawn cannot get a remaster, right? But I think it's
not
too
needed.
soon. It's not needed
Yeah.
right now, right? It's just too soon.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could at
Definitely.
least wait till like PS6 or something, bro. You
Like,
know what I mean?
like 5 years, like, and dudes
yeah,
trying
it's
to
too
compare
short.
that
It's too short, bro.
to Dead Space. Dead Space came out in 2008. This game came out 5 years ago. It was a
Yeah, it's not that long
big
ago. It
difference.
really isn't. 5 years is not.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like, but it's really not that long ago, bro. Not
Yeah.
long ago, especially for a game like this. Right?
And it looks shady on PlayStation's end. It's like, bro, you have all these other IPs. Why we keep nickel and diamond going back to the same 3? You know what I mean? Or same 4 that sold well. It's like, no.
Hey, King Kovu, stop making fun of my English, all right? You heard me, dog? Yeah, egregious. Stop making fun of my English, dog. Yeah, I mean, you knew what I was trying to say, huh? Shout out to King Kovu. Shout out to King Kovu, bro. You know what I mean? Egregious. I apologize. You know what I mean? Stop making fun of my English. See? All right, so yeah, man. I think Horizon Zero Dawn does not need a remake. If it happens, it happens. It is what it is. We do know a TV show and stuff is in the works. I don't know if that has to do with the reason.
God of War has one too. God of War has
Yeah,
one too, though.
yeah.
So what if God of War gets a remake, Kofi?
Nah.
I'm
They just
saying-
bugging.
I'm
They just
saying-
bugging.
I'm
Nah, they just
saying,
bugging.
no,
Nah, they
what if it
bugging. They
does,
bugging.
though? What
They
if it
bugging,
does?
they bugging.
God of War 2018 gets one. I'm just saying, bro.
Oh man.
Dude, if it's so well, y'all said this further back. 'Cause watch God of War get announced
Yeah.
for a fucking remake.
Yeah.
Watch.
Shout out to Reggie Lee in the chat. What's up? All right. We also got some more leaks. I don't know if you guys seen it, but a document leaked, which it has been making its rounds, and it has a whole bunch of upcoming PlayStation games. And
Yep.
if these are true, it's kind of disappointing because PlayStation should be announcing this. Like, where's the showcase?
Yeah.
It's sad that these are getting revealed like this instead of them actually showing the games off themselves. I think that's a little shitty, but it is what it is. It's already out there, so we might as well start talking about it. Horizon is also rumored to be getting some sort of spin-off, some sort of multiplayer spin-off. What's your thoughts on that, Big Cloud?
If it's done well, it could be like Monster Hunter.
I know a lot of people
like
say that.
Yeah, so if they do that well, that can be a nice little segue into games as a service and be another option to get more eyes and more people on it consistently with the game and keep it going traction wise, especially if they drop the right DLC, keep it going, have different waves of enemies like core modes, stuff like that, whatever they want, co-op campaign, you know what I mean? The works, that would be fire for everybody. So that's cool. I got no issue with that whatsoever. I think they also talked about DLC as well for Horizon 2.
Yeah.
Was also late. So cool. Horizon Zero Dawn got DLC. What was it? Frozen Wilds, they was called?
Yeah.
Frozen
Yes.
Wilds. So I didn't play Frozen Wilds, but I heard it was good. So, just falling in line with what we got before. So it should be good all around.
Um, if you guys been watching me too, you guys already know I'm not like the biggest fan of Horizon, like how some of y'all like absolutely love it. Like the game is cool. Once again, I'm not no Horizon hater. I like teasing Jack and them and the
What
fanboys sometimes.
you know, like Forbidden West or Zero
I
Dawn or
still
just
haven't.
the whole.
I still haven't finished it, bro. I still
Oh
haven't
yeah,
finished it. I
bro.
still haven't finished Forbidden West, yeah. I'm gonna finish it one day, but I'm not
I
in no
got
mood to play no
crucified.
Forbidden West. Yeah, I just can't, bro. I
How
just
you, how
can't.
you feel about it though? Because like compared to the first one,
I got like 30 hours into the joints. It's to me, it's more the same,
yeah,
right? It's pretty. It's
refined.
pretty
It's
as hell.
refined.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a refined. It's more the same. I still don't really care for the no a game that's so story driven. I don't care for the characters. I don't care for the story.
Not only
The
that
whole the
though.
whole robot like dinosaur thing is cool. It was definitely cool in the first game, and that whole
Yeah.
like gimmick of that shit was dope. I still think it's dope in this game too, but like like besides like it having impressive visuals, I just always felt like it's just missing something to me. It's like
Yeah.
it's missing some sort of magic that I guess I'd be looking for sometimes in my games, bro. But like I don't know, and it feels like kind of like a busy work game, like a busybody game. That if you love doing a whole lot of like tasks and travel here, and you know what I mean, and you're gonna have a
Yeah.
good time. Like sometimes I'm in the mood to play games like that. Sometimes I'm not, and currently I'm not in one of those moods. So I'm gonna finish
You
Horizon
said the same
Forbidden
thing.
West eventually.
Yeah, no, you said the same thing I've said about it. And dude's like, oh, you're out your mind. It's worlds better than the first. I'm like, yeah, it's better. It's a refined version of the first. That's it. Story wise, I don't care for part two than I did for one. You know what I mean? I thought one was more of a better written story. Part two, it's like all these side quests, all these characters you either don't care about or you're not keeping up with because, you can easily walk past them and miss pieces of the story and ultimately don't care. So that's how part two hit for me. It's a
Cause
good
like
game.
when you play like a God of War, bro, like them
Yeah.
stories be ill, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
PlayStation be focusing on the story based games, the narrative driven games. But when I play something like God of War, like I feel something. You know what I mean? Like that shit is special, bro.
Yep.
Just the way that
The
story hits,
music.
the music hits,
Yep.
everything about that shit is special. I don't really get that kind of vibes when I play Horizon. It's just me though. But like I said, this shit's not bad. I can never say it's bad, but it's just something that I'm not so like compelled to play just personally. But as for a co-op version of Horizon, I think that could be something cool. Like you said, like a Monster Hunter kind of style co-op Horizon. That might be cool where you actually create your own character. So at least that's not really an issue. That just focuses more on like the gameplay side of
Or like
things and stuff like that.
villagers, like from
Yeah, I
different
think
tribes.
I think that'd be pretty cool. I would like to see that, and I would actually give that also a fair shot as well
Yeah.
if they were ever to release like some sort of co-op version of Horizon 4 player. I think PlayStation needs something like that too, man. I think they do need something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um, apparently, Fire Sprite is making a survival horror game coming out for PC and PlayStation 5 as well. That was also on the document. Sony
Yep.
London is making some sort of games as a service game coming out for PS5 and PC as well. Lucid is making another vehicle combat type game for PlayStation 5. And if you don't know who Lucid is, those are the developers of Destruction All
Destruction
Stars.
Monster. Yeah.
Could be what? Twisted Metal? Could be, right? Never
Uh,
know.
hopefully.
Right? Could be
Hopefully.
another Twisted Metal. Ballistic Moon is working on a survival horror game as well for PS5 and PC using the Decima engine, apparently. So that's another game
Yep.
that is utilizing the Decima engine. And on the document, it also said Kojima's working on another open world game. The game is called Ocean, but it could just be a code name, and I'm thinking it's Death Stranding 2 because it's already
Yeah,
been hinted at. Norman Reedus kind of already spilled the beans on it a little bit that they're in talks about it or
yeah.
shooting stuff or whatever. He already
Tommy
talked about it.
Tommy Earl Jenkins, also director Hartman, he already like teased it too, and he was doing like voice acting, like voice recording at home. So he already teased it. So
He already
it's
teased
pretty
it, so
much,
I think that's
yeah,
coming. And I would love to see where they take us next because I'm one of those people who actually enjoyed Death Stranding. It was a nice break from your
yeah.
typical AAA game where like it was different. And I
I
was
went
craving for
platinum that
something different too,
twice.
bro. Oh, that's dope,
Yeah.
man.
I
That's dope.
had to go back. I had to go back
That's
and
dope.
platinum that. I was like, damn, this shit's fire. It's a
Yeah.
good story. So
Sumo is making an open world PS5 game. Sumo is the developers of Little Big Planet, the Little Big Planet game, the
and
Sackboy game,
Sackboy, yeah.
Sackboy Big Adventure. Yeah, exactly. So, there's that. And
And Returnal, I
Returnal,
think,
yeah,
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 Returnal
Returnal got
PC.
leaked once again on Returnal once again got leaked. Its PC menus got leaked. A video of it got leaked, and Sony Interactive actually took it down. So you already know that joint real. It's the worst kept secret at this point. We already know Returnal coming out to
Yeah,
PC. It's just sooner. It's just they just got to announce it at this point. It's coming.
yeah.
We got a super chat donation from Aaron. He says, "Just showing some love, y'all. To stay blessed. I appreciate the
Too,
$20
brother.
super chat donation. Thank you very much, yo. Thank you. Y'all showing love to me today. Appreciate it. So that was pretty much all the leaks. Big Cloud, are you happy with what you heard?
I mean, most of the stuff we knew, but the stuff I am excited for is the stuff involving Decima. Like, I want to see how they do, especially the horror games in general, because I feel like we're missing those. You know what I mean? In the PlayStation side, like there's not much real focus on it. They relied heavily on Capcom to fill in this void, or like the Dead Space remake or the Callisto type devs. I
Hmm.
do want to see them push that genre a little bit more and see them like really just knock that out the park. So hopefully they deliver with that. Fire
Hmm.
Sprite, I am excited for it because that's actually Studio Liverpool, and those are the ones that
Okay.
gave us Wipeout. So interesting to see what they're gonna work on with Heartbreak. But so
Okay. That sounds cool, bro. That sounds dope. That sounds dope. So that's pretty much all the leaks that came out the last couple of days. I don't think I'm missing anything. So we probably could just move on to the next topic. And then we're talking about CD Projekt Red next. The
yeah.
developers I do not trust no more, bro. I do not trust them, bro. Big Claw, do you know I made sure I had a 3090 ready for
I
Cyberpunk
think
before
you
it
did. Yeah,
launched?
I was there. I
Before it
was there.
launched?
Remember? You was asking Blaze. No, you was either asking Blaze, you asking Anubis, but he was like, "Yo, dog, y'all know where I can get a 3090?" Because you was in the chat and y'all were legit scouring every site y'all could for a
Because I
3090. I'm
needed
like,
to have a
bro,
3090 ready, bro, for the
yeah,
game.
you went
And the
crazy.
funny
Did you
thing, it
pay?
came, the game
You
turned
paid
out
extra?
freaking buggy, bro. Buggy as shit. I was pissed the hell off, bro.
What
I
was
will
the requirements
never,
for that game? I forgot what
bro.
the requirements for. Did they ask for like a 3070 at least minimum for that game on PC? I forgot.
I
What was
don't
the
know,
requirements?
man. But
It was
I
pretty
see,
high.
yo. That's how you know. Sometimes the hype train, like I'm
Yeah.
human too, bro. It gets to the best. It gets to all of us sometimes. That hype train, like, cause if you really took it in, the marketing for Cyberpunk was incredible. Like I got to give it up to them. Their marketing team did an incredible job. The people were cutting trailers, doing the music. I fell for everything. I was in there like swimmer. I was just ready. I was ready for
Bro,
that game, and
you
it
got
turned it.
Keanu Reeves. How do
Bro,
you
got
screw it
Keanu
up?
Reeves.
How do you
Yo,
mess
bro,
that
like
up?
they did. They said
How?
everything that I love. Keanu Reeves is a Canadian legend. You know what I mean? Like, yo, of course I was hyped for Cyberpunk prior to launch, right? So I made sure I had a 3090. I made sure my PC was up to date. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have ray tracing, bro. When I fired up the game, mad bugs. My car was falling through the road. I got fucking Pan Man walking in the air. Like, oh, I was so upset, bro. To this
Lockers
day, I can't even
exploded
beat the
when they
game, bro.
touched him.
I just stopped, bro. I recently went back to it, and it is less glitchy than it was. But
It's
it's
still
less
there. Like,
glitchy.
yeah.
Then, oh, I remember at the time when I was playing it, Big Cloud, bro, this shit was terrible, bro. It's less glitchy now, but
They
I'm just sad. Yo, I felt like they overpromised but under
yeah.
delivered. You know what I mean? Like
They gave
they
me
under
a
delivered,
free
bro.
they gave me a free review code for the game or a code for it in general, and I was able to play it. And I got it home. I haven't went back to play it. I got to go back to, but I remember when I fired it up. You know, like that first like mission when you're near the lockers. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
walking that all. You're like the big dude. Like so on my game, the dude was walking past the lockers, and tell me why the lockers, he went in the lockers, like his body went in, and the lockers started to expand and contort to look like his body, and then they exploded.
Bro, so many glitches, bro, in that game, bro.
It's like,
So
yo,
so many glitches in that shit, man. So I don't know, man. Like the whole concept and thought of Cyberpunk always sounded dope. And it's still, and after watching the anime, I don't know if you finished it. I ain't gonna get into those spoilers if you haven't watched it. Make sure you guys go watch the Cyberpunk anime. Now that's like how I want the game to be. I want to have those type of feelings from playing the game, man. But that Cyberpunk anime, you guys go watch that. That shit was super fucking dope, bro. Extremely dope, yo. Go watch that.
they
Shit.
I mean, they should be real talk. I didn't think a show, and that's the wild part. A TV show brought more life back to that game like that.
Yeah, because everyone wanted to go. Even I wanted to go and fire up that shit back. I'm like, yo, this shit got me in my feelings, bro. Let me go fire up Cyberpunk, see if I can get that same magic. But low key playing the game, I don't get that same magic, bro. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Man.
So that's why I kind of see the craze. You know, Sony doing it, Microsoft tried to do it with Halo and everything, but it's like
not gonna work for everybody. It's not gonna work for everybody. So I know why they all want to. I even see like the Medium is getting a fucking TV show. Like, bro, like cut it out, bro. Who's gonna watch that shit, bro? You know the Medium, that blooper team game. That game's getting a TV show apparently.
Why
everybody getting a TV show, bro? You get a TV show. You get a TV like Oprah out this bitch, bro.
Bro, you remember Heavy Rain? I would watch a Heavy Rain TV show or movie. That'd be fire.
Oh my god, bro.
I'll be all in for shit like that. Heavy Rain. I'd be all in. But I don't know. Some of this shit, no. Detroit Become Human would have been fire if done right.
Yeah.
But some of this shit, no, it doesn't translate.
Yeah, man. It's not gonna make your game popping if you're dropping a TV show, especially if your TV show is gonna be fucking mid, or if it's based off a mid game too, bro. I'm sorry to tell you guys. I'm sorry to tell you. But all right, so let's go over their projects. So CD Projekt Red came out and announced a whole bunch of new projects. They have a new IP in the works, codename Hadar. They got another project called Project Polaris, which is a Witcher 3 sequel, and a new trilogy is coming. They have another project called Project Orion, which is a Cyberpunk 2077 sequel. And there's another project called Project Canis, which is another story-driven Witcher open world RPG. It doesn't specify if it's like a sequel to something, I don't know. But they pretty much came out and they got a whole bunch of projects in the works. Why are they telling us this? Because clearly some of these games are not going to be coming out anytime soon. So why are they telling us this today?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see that Cyberpunk join. It's probably like 2026. If you're lucky,
probably even later. Even look at the project in this, because we already know the Witcher, the Witcher's probably next, right?
The longest, yeah. That's
no, but that's probably the next release too, right?
Yeah.
The next Witcher game is probably the next release that they're coming out with. So when's the next time we're gonna see the fucking sequel to Cyberpunk? Why they even talk about it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, keep that under wraps until they're already starting off to a bad foot. Like, why y'all already talking about this shit, bro? You know what I mean? That shit ain't coming out anytime soon.
How many employees does they have? Like, how big is their team? Is their team up there with Rockstar?
You know what? I need to actually go and do some research on that. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how big CD Projekt Red is in terms of how many developers that they have under their belt.
That's a lot of projects, you know what I mean? And I don't expect those in 5 years, all of them in 5 years. I expect at least one, maybe two.
That's what I'm saying.
5.
Yeah. I'm saying, bro. Like, they just literally announced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects. If you think we're gonna get 5 in the next 5 years, bro, we're getting maybe 1. We're probably getting 1. So why are they even talking about it then? Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Probably 2028, 2020, 2029, 2030.
Yeah. We're far off from some of these games that they revealed. Strictly in the chat. What's up, Strictly? What's good, bro?
Strictly. What's up?
And yeah, that's pretty much about it, yo. Did we cover everything that I wanted to cover? I think so. Big Cloud, are we missing anything that happened this previous week that we haven't talked about? Chat, are we missing anything that we haven't talked about that happened this week?
We haven't talked about is just, the L's. We gotta head out, That's all we gotta talk about is the L's, So I already know this community ain't gonna apologize. This community, these dudes ain't gonna apologize. Like, we were wrong. Nah, they didn't want to sit there and be like, and just continue to move the goalposts. But like, if Kofi tells you, listen, if we all make a bold prediction, we're not saying it's gonna happen now, right? But it's a prediction, it's a possibility. and then you start seeing just all the bits and pieces falling together. Now it's time to just let it go. You know what I mean? It's a wrap. Like, we knew all this stuff was happening. Sony is gonna go, go for the bag. They don't care. They don't care anymore. They
Capono,
got you guys buttons.
Capono in the chat says, when is Sony gonna get some good news? They've been getting good news. What are you
I
talking
mean,
about?
they got good news.
We just had a great state of play. They just announced some fire games coming out, some fire Japanese games coming out from Rise. Like, was it Rise of Ronin? That was a
Stellar
big game.
Blade.
Stellar Blade actually looked really fucking good the last time they showed it. We've been getting good PlayStation news. They got games coming out to PC. That's good news to me. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. Sony's been getting mad good news. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Sony delivered.
And they selling like crazy. The funny thing is they always preach this doom and gloom with the games coming out to PC. Yeah, when we see MPD's BitCloud, they're always they're always number one, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's why they just won like the last MPD. They're number one in console sales. So like this really just tells you that no one really gives a shit about these PC releases like that, yo. Like, no one cares,
PlayStation Stars was the weird thing. Did you talk about that? PlayStation
You know
Stars?
what? I saw that happening. I saw people getting mad about this whole PlayStation Star. Can you break it down for me? Because I'm not too familiar with it. But I saw some people talking about that.
You know, like all those like you know, like there's loyalty programs for everything, like pretty much for everywhere. Like you can, like, depending on how much stuff you buy, you get like that membership, and you get like priority when it comes to customer service. So like that faster customer. They basically adapting that same model. They're gonna be doing that very, very soon with PlayStation Stars. So if you bought like 4 AAA games, I think they said, like every year or a year in general, you're gonna get priority from customer service from PlayStation. And so you basically skip a line. But here's the thing, though, people are getting upset about it. I'm like, bro, I don't know why you dudes are cheering for it and act like this is a big dub, because PlayStation's customer service is not the greatest. It never has been the greatest customer service.
So pretty much, if you're part of this PlayStation Stars program, you get some first class treatment. You get to their customer service faster, stuff like that. You get discounts or nothing, or no discounts as part of this.
No discounts from what I saw.
Okay.
Just saying.
I you want to hear my honest take? I don't really care.
Exactly.
I don't really care, bro.
it's like guys,
I have no outrage. I'm sorry. I don't really care, bro. It isn't. Like, how many times do I really call PlayStation for some shit anyways, bro? I really
and that's the
care,
funny
bro.
thing. Nobody calls
people act like they call PlayStation every other day, bro, for some reason. Y'all call PlayStation like that, bro, for like support, bro? Like, when does that really happen? You have to have like a real issue before you're getting on the phone calling PlayStation for something. You know what I mean? I don't really care. I think it's a non-factor, and it's probably just fake outrage. Who cares if they're doing this loyalty program? How many times, you have to just ask yourself, how many times are you really on the phone with PlayStation to begin with? Like, who cares?
Exactly. Like,
yeah, that's my take on this PlayStation.
If this was PlayStation during the PS3 gen, okay, maybe you would have a point or an argument to be pissed about. But they've had a better grip with PSN and everything since. So I don't understand it either.
Yes, sir. So I think that's about it then. Yeah, we've been here for an hour. I like these short little shows. I'm gonna be uploading it to streaming platforms soon, so I'll drop the link on Twitter. So look out for that if you guys want to hear this shit on the go. I'm gonna drop all the episodes of Good Gaming so far, and yeah, man, I appreciate everyone who came out. Appreciate everyone who hit the like button. We didn't quite get that 100, but it is what it is, bro. We got 61. Let's see if we could get 70 likes real quick. So if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the super chat donations. Y'all stay blessed. BitCloud, it was a pleasure talking with you, as always.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for having
me. We're gonna link up again, man. Hopefully you guys enjoy this short little, rundown of some topics, man. We out of here, and you guys have a great night. Y'all take it easy.
Later, y'all.